Whenever I ask people of what Runescape is, they say, "Oh yeah, I used to play that game all the time when I was a kid," or stuff on the lines of, "Yeah, that game was awesome back in the day." But people don't ever consider playing it today because they either forgot about it, didn't know it's still around, or think it gets outclassed by their games. So, let's talk about RuneScape's history a little bit. This game has been around for a very long time. In fact, it just celebrated its 15th birthday. Pretty crazy, right? It was founded by Andrew and Paul Gower, but the game they made has evolved over the course of its lifetime. Most people remember the golden era of RuneScape, which for most people was around 2003 to 2008. Although the graphics were simple and the combat was click and wait, it was hugely popular. So popular, in fact, that it had upwards of 200,000 people on at a time. Everyone remembers buying RuneScape 25k. Well, for some of us, that nostalgia is exactly that. Happy memories of what RuneScape used to be. But RuneScape was hit hard with multiple updates that upset a large part of the community. The Constitution update, the removal of free trade, the evolution of combat, and even the removal of the wilderness. For a while, RuneScape kind of went through a dark recovery phase. Jagex lost a lot of its player base and took years trying to get them back. Alright, so where does this leave us exactly? Well, let's take a look at some of the major updates of the last few years. The evolution of combat has been introduced. As you can see, it's a complete overhaul of RuneScape's combat, making it more interactive and fun to use. This allows for more fun boss mechanics and more interesting future content. Don't worry though, if you tried it and you hate it, there's still legacy combat, similar to how RuneScape's combat used to be. The user interface is now customizable, and RuneScape can be adapted to personal taste on how you like to play. If it's been a while for you, maybe the whip or the godsword was the strongest weapon. Well, not anymore. Tier 90 gear is available, and all tiers in between such as 75, 80, and 85. Progression is always good. New skills such as dungeoneering, divination, and invention shape the way the game works. Invention, for example, can be used to modify equipment for combat to help fight certain monsters. A new city for high-level players has been constructed, and we're getting the Asian-themed Eastern lands in the future. RuneScape has lore now, and it's pretty good. The gods in RuneScape are active, and the world is influenced by major player events. Oh yeah, and not to mention the biggest update of RuneScape's history, RuneScape NXT. They're ditching Java and moving to C++. This means better graphics, quicker loading times, higher frame rates, and smoother gameplay. So what's this all mean? Well, RuneScape is different than it used to be. It's not the same game we played when we were younger, with fresh combat, better graphics, better lore, new bosses, and even player-owned ports. This game seriously holds its own in the MMO market. It's taking steps in the right direction by asking what the players want and putting it directly into the game. The future looks bright, and more people are playing every day. Once they realize RuneScape isn't just some game everyone used to play in the past, they fall in love with it all over again. If by chance none of the new stuff pleases you, there's a whole community dedicated to preserving RuneScape how it was around the 2007 era. It even has a new continent now, so there's something for everybody. This was Epic from Mach 1. Thanks for watching.